be strong.
They're just trying to make us go to war. I don't give a fuck. I think Russia should have Russia. Personally, all this bullshit, stupid. Today is White Overtone Wizard Day. I feel like crap. I feel such a heavy energy, and I've had such a horrible headache. I know that there's been some solar flares. They had the Fire of God flare happen. I didn't even know it at the time. The same flare that took out the 40 of Elon Musk's Starlink satellites had it's coming back around, and it's a big ass sunspot. Sunspots seem to have something to do with my mood and my emotions. My emotions feel like crap. Like my headache has been so bad that all I can do is just sit here and hold my head like this. I feel like somebody's stabbing me in my fucking head. Horrible. Like, where you can't even get up and move, you just sit there. And like, I took some ibuprofen like some in the morning, and then I took some in the not about an hour ago, and it just barely nipped off the extreme edge. So it's pretty bad. I got nothing. My paycheck was fucked up again from before. They didn't even pay me when they were supposed to pay me on Friday. They just didn't, which they don't normally do that. So I don't know what's going on with that. I can't get them to pay me right to save my life. All this shit I've been trying to do. I'm just so overwhelmed with the heavy weight, the feeling of heavy and weight, and just overwhelmed. It just feels like being overwhelmed. That's how I feel. I don't have any humor today. Trying to push through it. And I will. But I'm not having a good time at all. I'm having a small bit of hell. I think it's important to acknowledge how you feel when you feel it. Although that I am speaking it aloud, I'm also affirming a change to dispel it away from me. I've been having people creeping around at our place because my dad had some of his stuff to do his brakes, the brake pads. Somebody stole the damn brake pads. So we do have people creeping around our place, and I found some of their weird little witchcraft crap that they left out in my shed. And I knew to go right to it, which was what was weird. It was like a whole little program set up. It had this. Whose land is it anyway? When you get somebody with psychopathic religious programming, squatting, or doing nefarious shit on your place, their mindset is normally on, well, who owns the land? So it totally fits with that program. So I removed it. And I think that's part of it. Because we have some friends that, you're lucky if you have any friends in life for real. And the lady that I know, that I try to be friends with, she's got that, you know, that fundamental baffle, you know, a lot of people that think that they're doing some holy work or something like that aren't. They're not. If you're in somebody else's yard fucking with their shit, no matter what you think, you know, you're not doing right by God fucking with anybody else, especially if it's just something that you've heard or you think. There's no justifying it. There's not. And people do that all the time because that's the nature of the whole gang stalking thing, which they do. They do that. That's why we have our stuff gone. Somebody's come, either creeping in the night or whatever. And we hear shit all the time. If I had my not gonna worry about it like that. There's just a mass of real heavy energy. My body feels it. I know I'm a little bit of allergies, but I really wanted to make a video and talk about it, discuss, because like I said, I think it's important to keep steadily doing it. And people are so, people that are looking at someone else and judging their situation and being jealous over things that they don't, there's nothing to be jealous about, you know? But people, real petty people, do real petty shit. And they have all these justifications. This is why I don't like people, like, anymore. You know? Because people have to really be able to communicate and able to be understood. People aren't always going to understand you, you know, but if you communicate to them how you feel, you know, how you feel is a feeling. It's not a thought. So when you have feelings and you feel your feelings, you have to accept them. I feel this or I feel that. There's a reason for it. You know, it might be inside of you, but it may be something that you're picking up on that isn't right, isn't good. You might be under some sort of attack. So when you express your feelings, it's always important to separate them from your thinkings. A lot of people don't, I don't know if they're not aware. People have a lot of different problems on why they don't. Some people you can't at all express any of your feelings because they weren't allowed to when they were a kid, and they'll attack you. You know, because they're trying to get you they're trying to silence you because it's not comfortable for them to hear that, because it makes them start to check their own feelings. That's something that we have to all get rid of. We're all bad at it. You know? And people are really too judgmental. You know? I'm not the happiest person in the world. My life isn't in the total order that I would like it in. But I'm very intuitive and I'm very aware and able to pick up certain stuff. And first off, it's not, when you notice the world that we're in, it's okay to feel fucked up about it. Everything seems fake. It's okay to say that, you know? Because I think most of us have that point of view. The world is a fucking joke. It's some sort of simulation or something. It's not what we think it is. Number one, nothing adds up, and it's some sort of test. My heart feels real heavy at this time. My everything feels real heavy. Just heavy. Partially, it's some of the fucking cedar pollen shit. I get real allergic to that. Some of it's my own shit. But just remember, when you're feeling something, to find a way to find a way to share it. Because sharing with other people does help. And if you find people that can actually listen, and you can actually listen to people, I have a lot of people that vent a lot of their shit to me, and I'm very good at being able to discern their own stuff. When I was dealing with my friend Heather, you know, I got the total. I put the witchcraft stuff, religion, tracing it back to her, and I don't think that she had done it. But being like the number one religious mind control person, on that day, I was clearing that energy out because it was doing me harm. It wasn't doing me any good. I was trying to be empathic and helpful to that person, and they're judgmental. And, you know, whenever you start connecting with somebody and communicating with them, you're not going to be able to lie to them. You're not going to be able to just put on your fake face, because they're gonna know. She was pulling her hair out and doing all this shit, and I texted her and told her, I was like, you know, something's messing with you and it's causing you to do that. It's that spirit. You've given it control, and you know, it has baffled your mind. You know, it's like whenever you oppress how you feel or your nature because you feel some sort of shame or some shit like that, then you give an entity rule, and that entity that was ruling her or still has somewhat of a control. What's up, Kitty? Kitty showed up. Is exploiting that dynamic of punish and reward. So I tried to show love to her, you know, and it did cause an overlay of my own and a slight desire. But it's only because I know that most of those problems are from isolating yourself and trying to be in that bubble of singularity. We're not alone. We're not, you know. But I had to banish that out. And as soon as I did, here's what's weird. As soon as I did, the moment of, see, she's born on my grandma's birthday. My brother lives at our grandma's house. That's the friendship I have, is with the person born on October the 1st. The relationship that I have is eternal, and it's with that person. Whether it's my grandma or it's my lady friend. That's why I'm friends with it. And I can perceive it not as just a single person. But when I was aware of the aspect that was fucking with me, I cut it out. And immediately my brother called me and asked me what was my grandmother's mom's name. And because Heather has some shit with her mom. A lot of just stuff. You know, the mom's already dead. She was a real pretty lady, you know, but that's the correspondence. Is my great grandmother corresponds to her mother. So all these things have been blockages they've been trying to release or get flowing, and my brother needed to know my grandmother's name, which was Georgia Smith. And then he just he pulled the lines from afar, because whenever you start working on yourself, your energies or whatever, then they're gonna they're gonna be affecting every other place that corresponds with it. And he said he had found our grandpa's dad's, or his our somewhere there's a tombstone of her husband, which is the missing masculine energy for my friend, which was being attacked. What I noticed, because I was trying to buffer it, you know, because you can do stuff like that. You can just open your heart, interact with your own shit, and help someone else when it corresponds. Law of correspondence. And as above, so below. But they found a gravestone. And what was weird was I seen a gravestone that day on a TV show, one of the ones we watch. It was the NCIS. Because Gibbs, I guess his name's Gibbs, their boss, his dead daughter's name is Kelly, and is on the middle of the fucking gravestone. Now the gravestone of my grandpa, or my grandpa's grandpa, he's not really my blood grandpa because of things I will not get into, but a tree